Hi, Ed. Glad to see you got things working. Although, after reading your note, I wondered if maybe you aren't doing something correctly. So, I'm going to close this and then let's go open a browser and whatever you're using, Firefox or what have you, and go to fiddler.com, www.fiddler.com, and then products. Go to the products page, go to Loredo, scroll down until you find information manuals and guides, and we're going to go and we're going to open in a new tab, Loredo Search Manual. So this is a handy reference, and I only bring it up for you to use as a reference. You can download this to your local machine if you want by using this little download icon. But what we're going to look for in particular, we'll do a search, Control F, for the word survey. And we see there are 6 instances of the word, and we can scroll down to the next instance and so on, and cycle through all 6 and start over again if you want to go back and look at the first one again. But anyway, the manual is here as a reference for you. We're not going to read it. We'll just do an example, and let's go ahead and launch our Loredo application, and enter username and password, and get logged in. We'll stay logged in. Now I'm going to make this a little bit wider so you can see in the search results what we got going on. Okay, so we'll go to search over here on the left. We'll click on that. We'll add Horizon. I know I got some plans. Or Horizon does. And we'll add. Got to make sure after you've entered the party name, you click on add, and that populates this area down here. I could also put down just my name if I want to do a search for Bellis and Horizon. So I have both of those criteria down here. Now, what is not necessarily intuitive is search group. Down in the recording information, we have this heading here called search group. The search group is basically every document type that the Registry of Deeds has used throughout its many years by the various personnel. Since we're only going to be concerned with drawings, we can use all plats. And we'll go ahead and use that. But first I wanted to point out that this is, at least in theory, going to catch all drawings. But if you go through and look at the list, you'll see things that might catch your interest, such as plan box. Did we see for reference only? Yep. So these are documents. I don't know if they're going to be captured by all plats or not, but for reference only are those many plans that have been brought in that don't fit in a convenient checkbox. So that's kind of a catch-all for reference only, something that you want to pay attention and look for. Subdivision, survey. So there's a number of things that look like drawings, and in theory anyway, all plats should catch that. So in the search group, this catch-all, all plats, we'll use that. And then click on find, and okay, so over here under type, under document type, we see survey, subdivision, and those look like pretty much the 2 types that we see so far. in 204 records. So just sort of scrolling through this, looking for anything other than a subdivision and a survey. There's a couple of plans. And so the use of the word plan versus survey doesn't appear to be determined by when the drawing was recorded, but rather by whom entered the information. So in 2019, I brought in a drawing and it was document type was plan. In 2017, same thing, but here we have a 2018 and its document type is survey. So there's a wide variety of document types. Let's go back and do another search. We'll hit the clear button, or we can go Alt-C, and that clears everything. This time let's put in Dodge. And we'll again come down here and we'll go with all plats. I'm using Dodge as an example because we got to hit add. Because I know that there's a number of Dodges, including, and more in particular, what I'm looking for now, we'll do a find, that are for reference only. Okay, so here we have 108 records returned. Survey, plan, survey, plan. Okay, well, I am not seeing. I am not seeing what I was hoping to see. Let's go back to search. We'll change this. I don't know if we'll be able to or not, but see if we can just change this one thing. For reference only. Now do a search. Yeah, go ahead. Yeah, so we have to enter everything again, I think. No, it worked. Okay, so here we have for reference only, fro. So in this instance, we have all these Dodge papers, or pardon me, drawings, that have been recorded as for reference only. Now I knew these were in here because when we set up the surveyor reference library at the Hancock County Registry of Deeds, I recorded, I don't know, I'm thinking about maybe 38 as an experiment before we started recording Millard's drawings. But these are all Dodge drawings, all Reuben, Addison. There may be some other Reuben George Washington, RGW Dodge. Anyway, that catch-all, this is the whole point of this, did not catch all plats. It only caught the ones that we saw in that first case. It did not catch for reference only drawings. So that's something to keep in mind if you're doing a search for an exhaustive search for all drawings. Anyway, I hope that helps. One last thing. If we go back to our results, and you want to print the little image icon over there, you can hit the print button over here. Make sure original size is selected. This is default, so just make certain that that's, in order to get the right scale, you want to be sure to do that. This says recommended to print landscaped. Huh. Past tense. It's a verb now. Landscaped. Okay, so we're going to show print dialog. This will bring up the Windows dialog, Windows print dialog. Quick print will bring it up right now, as opposed to this print request going into Loredo's queue. We'll go ahead and hit print, and it's recommending that we go landscape. Now, I don't know what the size this document is. If it was a drawing I had done, I'd know it was D size or what have you. But at this point, I'm going to just guess and say it certainly wouldn't be any bigger than that. And oh, by the way, these paper sizes, these are dependent on the printing device that's registered to Windows. So in the printer, say for example, you wanted to print to a PDF, the size of the paper is limited to the device, as I said, and then these additional paper sizes I've actually added manually, and we're not going to go over that right now. You can research that, but if I say it's certainly isn't any bigger than that, and they're recommending landscape or landscaped, we'll say OK, and there is this Goodwin airship was an example I had practiced with under your file directory. This one's called Dodge map, and I'm not sure, where are we? We're somewhere. So we'll just say save. Okay, and then done. Let's bring up, we'll minimize this. Let's bring up the directory, Dodge map, see what that thing looks like. So the page size was obviously way too big. Properties, yeah, 12 by 18. Most of the Dodge plans were on small paper, but anyway, there it is. How about that? Can't read it very well, but maybe enough. Anyway, hope that helps, Ed. Talk to you later.